Please go.
Good afternoon, sir.
Please be seated. DIKSHITA Joshi,
Yes, sir.
please say something about yourself.
Sir, I belong to Haldwani in Nainital district, Uttarakhand, and I have graduated in mechanical engineering from Govt Ballabh Pant University of Agriculture and Technology, Pantnagar. Thereafter, I have pursued Masters in Energy Systems from IIT Mandi, Himachal Pradesh.
Masters in Energy System.
Yes, sir.
You are from Haldwani, Nainital.
Yes, sir.
What are the problems of tourism in Nainital area and what will you do to improve it?
Sir, Nainital attracts a lot amount of tourist inflow. It is one of the most concentrated tourist areas, and some of the major problems that Nainital is facing because of tourism, one is traffic. The second is a heavy load on the ecology of Nainital, and third is I think the with respect to sustainability of the tourists that come in Nainital. And my approach towards that is, for instance, our state government also has begun with tunnel parking scheme to address the traffic issue, and during the during the on season, the High Court also puts a limit on the number of tourists that can come in Nainital. That can be done. And third is promoting sustainable tourism with respect to using jute bags instead of plastic bags, and paper straws instead of plastic straws. And
Plastic bags are not banned?
yes, sir. But the single-use plastics have been banned, but the other things that are used in hotels and other places, they are not being banned.
Okay. What do you think that Uttarakhand has progressed after this bifurcation from UP? Has it made improvement or it is still suffering?
No, sir. I would say it has made improvement. The growth rate before bifurcation was around 2 to 3% in this region. And today the growth rate is one of the highest in India. Uttarakhand's growth rate is around 9-10%. So I think the state has improved on many levels with respect to industry also and employment also.
So growth rate is 9 to 10%. Which are the sectors which are mainly contributing to it?
So majority of the contribution is from service sector, and then it is the manufacturing sector, and then the agriculture sector.
Just have your facts and figures checked up whether manufacturing contribute maximum or service contribute maximum. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now, what do you think? Whether you would like to be a leader or you would like to be a boss?
Sir, I would like to be a leader.
How does it differentiate?
So leader believes in inclusive participation, and it takes everyone along while pursuing the goal, while a boss directs the employees, and it is not about participatory approach. Leader is about participatory approach towards achieving goals. Yeah.
If you remember our freedom movement,
Yes, sir.
1919, when Gandhi G has started the agitation, there was an incident which took place in Bihar in Chori Chora.
Yes, sir.
Police station was burnt and some police constable died in that.
Yes, sir.
Gandhi Ji stopped the agitation despite being advised that you should carry on with the agitation because a lot of people have got involved in this. So, was he a leader or not?
Most definitely, sir, he was a leader, and this approach also talks about that he was not only considering his own goals of achieving the objectives of non-cooperation movement, but also about that it has to be non-violent and does not have to harm lives.
No, but you mentioned that the leader has to be participatory and he should take his people. People wanted him to continue the agitation, but he refused.
Yes, sir.
So, in that case, he became a boss, as per your definition.
So, but it is not just limited to the people that are with me, but also about the overall, he was also looking towards the entire population or the entire masses that were being affected, not just the people that were participating in that movement.
So leaders should have something more than the participation.
Yes,
What
sir.
are those features?
So empathy and compassion, and and flexibility to adjust to changing scenarios, and should not be very rigid in approach, like Gandhi G also said.
I was reading the book of that Singapore PM who was there for almost 30-35 years and who changed the face of Singapore, and he said, I faced so many problems and so much resistance from the people, but I did not deter from my goal. I had a goal where I need to take the country to, and I stuck to that. And people realized later on, a leader should have a vision and a conviction,
Yes.
and he should show the way. He should not be led by the people.
Yes, sir.
So what do you say about that statement?
So that is also right, and that is, I think, what means to be flexible. That when the population is, or the masses are not able to view what you are viewing, then either you should be able to convince them by dialogue and influence them, or you should show them through your actions. And
Nowadays, people are asking for refrigeration, they are asking for free power, free water. So, leaders should provide that, or leaders should think about what is good for them and what is not good for them.
so most definitely, leader is a leader because he can see beyond what is the immediate need.
Now tell me, the central public sector undertakings, central public sector enterprises, why they are being privatized? What is your take on this? Because on one hand we talk about providing the employment, and probably after the privatization the employment may be reduced. So what is your opinion on that? Why they came into existence, and now what is the government thinking about their privatization, with what aim?
So their need was during when India was not very self-sufficient in a lot of capital products. So that is why they were established. But over the time, the central PSCs were facing certain problems with respect to management, and a lot of them have turned non-profitable, and which is draining the revenues of the government. That is why the government is moving towards disinvestment. However, I don't think so that it can affect, it will reduce the employment, because we have seen a lot of private industries that have come up and they have provided, in fact, increased employment. And the startups that are also coming up, they have also contributed significantly to the employment. So,
Ajay, now you tell me, you were talking about single-use plastic. So tell me, what is the standard which has been fixed for the single-use plastic, and what is extended producer's responsibility in plastic packaging?
sir, I'm not sure if I'm right about the standard limit that is there, but I think it is 200 mm.
200 mm is wrong, I think. It is 70 microns.
Okay.
But what is extended producer's responsibility in plastic packaging? You know about this?
Yes, sir. So the producers are responsible for collecting the plastic that they are producing, and also for their disposal. They have to create a producer responsibility organization for disposal of these waste products. That is the responsibility.
And in the budget, what is fiscal deficit and how it is managed by the government?
So the fiscal deficit is total government expenditure minus the total revenue that is being generated, and subtracting the non-debt capital revenue. So that is fiscal deficit.
And how does the government manages, because ultimately it has to make the expenses?
So fiscal deficit, right now the government is trying to rationalize on its revenue expenditure, mostly with respect to subsidies, and that is the way it is doing.
Okay. Now, what do you understand by women empowerment, and what would you suggest for this in the state of Uttarakhand?
So women empowerment is when women are self-sufficient and both physically and mentally, and the Uttarakhand government is working on various fronts for women empowerment. In health, there is a Mukhyamantri Mahalakshmi Yojana for the pregnant women and the lactating mothers. In education, there is Nanda Gaura Yojana that provides incentive for continuing education till matrix. And then for agriculture, there are a lot of schemes like 𝐒𝐢𝐫 Kalyan Yojana, where the Uttarakhand government is providing fodder through SHGs so that the women in hill states don't have to toil hard to collect fodder. And that is, these are some schemes that I can remember.
So my last question, in defense procurement, we try to get some technology and lot of investment and foreign direct FDI, etc. So in this defense procurement, what is offsets and how does it help us?
Sir, I'm not sure.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
What is national cooling policy?
So the national cooling policy aims to reduce the cooling demand of India, and it also aims to reduce the refrigerant demand of India, and it promotes...
How to achieve it?
Yes, sir. So it promotes technologies like green building and shifting...
But how to reduce refrigeration? Refrigeration requirement, you told me, that has
Yes,
is reduced is a national policy.
Yes,
How
sir.
to reduce the requirement of refrigeration?
Yes, sir. Sir, it is by creating spaces, for example, the architecture that does not require artificial cooling, that can be cooled naturally. And sir, I can remember about this.
Suppose there is a one closed closed insulated building, room, and there you have got a refrigerator, and you kept door open of refrigerator. Okay, how will affect the temperature of the room? Room with closed refrigerator, room with open door refrigerator, same capacity. Got my question?
Yes, sir.
Because your subject is refrigeration,
Yes,
that
yes.
I'm asking.
Sir, if we keep the door open, because the refrigerator is designed for a certain load capacity, if we keep the door open, then that it will not be able to handle the load capacity of an entire room. So the temperature will be normal, it will not reduce. But if we keep an open door refrigerator, which it is designed for, the temperature will reduce in the closed door refrigerator, within the refrigerator.
But will it follow zeroth law of thermodynamics? Can you recall it, zeroth law of
Yes, sir.
thermodynamics?
Yes, sir.
Okay, leave it. This superheating and subcooling, how they are different phenomena?
So there is a saturation curve of a substance. If we heat a substance beyond that saturation curve, then we, in the liquid line, then we achieve a superheated gas. And if we cool the refrigerator beyond the liquid line, then it is subcooling. That is what.
And we can measure it, okay?
Yes, sir.
How?
Sir, I'm not sure.
This Bharat emission standard.
Sir, I'm sorry.
Bharat emission standard.
Achha, Bharat. Yes, sir.
6, 5, 6, 7, whatever
Yes.
you expected. How it is different for a 4-wheeler vehicle or 6 or 8-wheeler vehicle? That is heavy vehicle and normal automobile vehicle.
Sorry, sir, I'm not
No,
sure.
but what is the features in this sort of Bharat emission standards? What is the main features?
So
Then you can know what is difference in different types of vehicle. What is the main features in the Bharat emission standard?
Sir, it has less sulfur content and it produces less nitrogen NOx emissions and less particulate matter emissions.
Okay,
That is-
this a lot of adulterations are now being done in the fuel. Some in the planned way. What is this planning? How does it help the energy of a vehicle, energy cycle of the vehicle?
Sir, I'm not sure of the
But
adulteration.
how much we are adding like adding the petrol, diesel, you are adding something. What we are adding?
Sir, I'm not sure. Sorry, sir. I will go check.
Ethanol, etc., methanol, etc. You have not.
No, sir.
No problem. This what type of engines are in avionic industries? Type of avionic industries. What type of engines are there?
So it uses jet engines,
Good.
gas
Next. Yes.
engines,
Next.
and
One is the jet engine. You are right.
yes, sir. So the other one,
Okay. What is cryogenic engine?
So cryogenic engines are engines that use fuels at sub-zero temperature, for example, hydrogen and oxygen, and because they have to be maintained at very low temperatures, that is why they are called cryogenic engines.
Okay. What ISRO is doing to manufacture to have the indigenous cryogenic engine? Any idea?
So
Because we were importing, we
Yes,
are still
sir.
importing.
Rush.
So what is being done so that indigenously make in, so you can call it make in India cryogenic engine?
Sir, I'm not sure. I will
Okay,
see that.
there are different types of steel.
Steel.
What steel?
Yes.
What is different between cold rolled steel and hot rolled steel? Steel manufactured by the cold roll. Last question, and the steel manufactured hot roll.
Sorry, sir.
Okay, DIKSHITA, tell me what is the difference between caste and varna?
Caste and
Varna.
were.
Varna. Varna, varna.
Oh, sociology. Okay, sir.
Sociology was your topic,
Yes, sir.
your subject. Yeah.
So caste is a very complex the stratification system, and it is at micro level stratification system. Varna is a more macro level stratification system, wherein there are 4 classes, and the caste is a subgroup of Varna system, and Varna is more theoretical, caste is more practical.
Now, how this is incorporated into social engineering and social justice?
Sir, a lot of lower caste are social.
First, let me define for me what is social justice and what is social engineering.
So social engineering is when we are trying to use the different percentage of population that is there in of the caste in the population. We are using it for different means. For example, if you are using it for political gains, then it is called that. And social justice is when we are focusing upon the inequalities that are there due to caste and addressing those inequalities to provide welfare. That is social justice. Sir, I forgot what you're
Forget about. Tell me, you have got a very peculiar hobby, that is religious tourism.
Yes, sir.
Now let's travel all along the India. Start from Kashmir
Okay.
and give me one place of religious tourism in that state. Okay. But in some of these states, we have got such places of religious tourism which are also in the UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Yes, sir.
So name them also.
Okay, sir. Sir, in Kashmir we have Pandretha temple and
Oh, give me only one. Ladakh. Start from Ladakh.
sir, in Ladakh we have a monastery that I cannot remember the name of.
Good.
And in Himachal Pradesh we have lot of temples. We have Namgyal Monastery in
Okay.
Himachal Pradesh.
Next.
In Uttarakhand we have Kedarnath, Badrinath, and in Punjab we have Golden Temple. In Rajasthan we have Dilwara temples, Jain temples, and in Haryana there is
Come to eastern side now. UP,
Okay.
Bihar,
Sir.
Odisha.
Sir, in UP we have Kashi Vishwanath, and in Bihar we have the Bodh Gaya temple, and in Assam we have Kamakhya temple. In Jharkhand we have the Shammad Shikharji shrine, and in Odisha we have Jagannath Puri.
So which of these that you have named, you missed one and you have named one. Which of these are the UNESCO World Heritage Site?
Sir, in Odisha there is Sun Temple, Konark Sun Temple.
You forgot that.
Yes, sir. That is a World Heritage Site. And in Madhya Pradesh, Khajuraho temples are in.
No, in Bihar?
In
You named both here.
yes, Mahabodhi temple is in World Heritage.
Now, how it is different from the other place of tourism? World Heritage Site, what is so special about them?
So World Heritage Sites are designated for their exceptional architectural design and significant religious or cultural significance.
And who had named them? UNESCO or United Nations?
So UNESCO.
UNESCO. Under which act or provision they have been declared as the World Heritage Site?
Sorry, sir. I'll look into it.
You were having this discussion regarding women empowerment. There is a point of view among sociologists in this regard that the joint family system of India comes in the way of and restricts women empowerment. Whether you agree with this or not, and for what reasons?
Sir, I agree with this.
You agree with this?
Yes, sir. Because
So we should discourage joint family system in India.
so discourage, no, but reform, I think.
What reforms?
So with respect to the sexual division of labor that is in families, that should be more symmetric among the men and the women. And
Do you think it's easy to change mindset of the grandparents? The restrictions will definitely be there as compared to nuclear families.
so perhaps not the grandparents, but we can start with the children. Because the children that are growing in joint families now also they are adopting same kind of division of labor.
Okay, let's move to the Indian economy. What are the three most important strengths and three most important weaknesses of Indian economy today?
Sir, I'll take a minute.
It will be good if you start from the most important as number one in both the categories.
So the three strengths are, first we have bulging demography dividend that we can utilize.
Demographic dividend.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The second is the rising startup industry
Startups.
in India. Third is the rising middle class of India and the growing market.
Market. Okay, fine.
And the three weaknesses of Indian economy is that there are structural deficiencies in our economy, especially with respect to the manufacturing sector,
Manufacturing.
which is employment intensive.
Got it.
Second is if we don't work on the human capital development, we won't be able to utilize the demographic dividend. And third is, I think, overall economy of the world that India is very sensitive to, because we are
So demographic dividend you have taken as the number one strength. You have also included it indirectly as the second weakness. Isn't it a contradiction?
Sir, it will be a strength when we will.
But my question was, I have emphasized on the word Indian economy today.
Okay, sir.
So today, is it a strength or is it a weakness?
So right now.
Or you want to delete it from both the categories?
No, sir. I will put it in strength only right now.
Then how do you justify that? Our growth rate is the fastest in the world today.
Yes, sir.
The size of the economy is also very, I'd say we are number 5 and very soon we are likely to go to number 4, number 3. But our per capita is poor.
Yes, sir.
Almost at the bottom of the major countries. So how do you justify that strength?
So that has, I think, more to do with the inequality and that.
In per capita, inequality is not really relevant. What is per capita? Total divided by the population.
Yes, sir. Sir.
Leave it. One last question. Our exports, do you have any idea how much the exports from India, roughly? What percentage of GDP?
Yes, sir.
Doesn't matter. I'm not on statistics. Our exports are less than our imports.
Yes, sir.
Agreement on this?
Yes, sir.
In the coming few years, the challenge is to reverse this trend. That exports should be more than the imports. What steps would you suggest to the finance minister and the Indian government?
Sir, the economic survey of 2019 it recommended for India to join the global value chain of network products to increase the exports. One is that, and second is I think we need to work on brand building with respect to our food processing industries.
We have done that. That's why agriculture exports have increased very significantly in last 3 years.
Yes, sir.
Some beyond that.
Sir, we are now mulling upon various trade agreements with a lot of countries, for example,
Yes.
Europe. We need to finalize them.
Which is the latest one?
So the latest we entered into,
Yes.
so with UAE, I think comprehensive economic partnership agreement with UAE, and sir,
Something with Australia?
yes, sir, with Australia also, and third is, sir, I can think of.
We are focusing only on exports. What about reduction in imports?
Yes, sir. We need to be more self-sufficient with respect to the fossil fuels, and for that India is working on the Panchamrit goals are focusing on renewable energy
Renewable,
sources.
fine. Anything else other than oil?
Sir, and edible oil, for edible oil also we are.
Okay, thank you. Okay, all the best.
Thank you. All the best.